Greetings, kindred. I hope this night treats you well. It's been over 200 years since Washington Irving published The Legends of Sleepy Hollow, considered one of America's first and most well-known ghost stories. But it's just a story, right? Well, in the world of darkness, nothing is quite so simple. Take a seat, let your mind ignore the hunger within you for a time, and listen to one of the lesser-known tales that have come from Sleepy Hollow. There was a time when the Camarilla considered all kindred in their domain as part of their sect. These knights, fledglings and neonates, need to prove their worth and earn their second embrace. On this night, you will hear of three young kindred looking to join the Ivory Tower. I am Zachary Naldret, he, him, who vows to no prince and no baron and denounces the Sabbat, at Zach Rules on Twitter, and tonight I am your storyteller. Our story is called Sleepy Hollow, which has been adapted from the Storyteller's Vault title to fit for Vampire the Masquerade 5th edition. Our player characters tonight come from Let the Streets Run Red and Trails of Ash and Bone from Onyx Path Publishing and are available on Drive-Thru RPG. This terrifying tale is brought to you by Vorpal Tales. You can find Vorpal Tales in lots of places on the internet. On this night, we are guests of Onyx Path Publishing, and others we can be found on our own channel. Keep up to date with what we're doing and all our amazing shows on social media sites of your preference at Vorpal Tales. Check out our Discord to chat with the crew, and visit us on Patreon, where your support help keeps our dogs and cats fed, and there are a lot of them. All of this plus more can be found on our website, www.vorpaltales.com. Not only is Vorpal Tales a great role-playing group, but we are writers as well. Check us out on Drive-Thru RPG and DM's Guild. I would like to thank Onyx Path Publishing for making the incredible world and setting to create new stories, legends, and tales to share with you. Also to Astral Tabletop for being our virtual tabletop and platform for players to roll their dice. Thank you to Vinswept, White Bat Audio, Mayu, Ghost Stories Incorporated, Dark Somnium, and Darren Curtis Music. Additionally, Vorpal Tales has some fantastic sponsors we would love to tell you about. First is Q Empire, a small company making original dice and products for your favorite RPGs and card games. Use the code Vorpal Tales for 10% off. Next is Hit Point Press, known for their various reference cards and the Humblewood and Heckna campaign setting. Visit vorpaltales.com to check out our affiliate link, and anything you purchase, a portion will benefit the show. Finally is Gemhammer & Sons, an RPG supplement store that has everything from Decks of Wonder to Decks of Illusions to dice. Once again, use the code Vorpal Tales for 10% off. Finally, we have some great patrons, our Patreons, that without their love and support would make it harder for us to deliver the content that you love and tune in for. And now, dear viewers, meet the kindred who have answered the call to join the Ivory Tower as they approach the final hurdle entry. Please state your name, pronouns, where people can find you on the internet, and who are you playing tonight. Ray, if you would go first.
All right. Hi, my name is Ray Alexa. I go by they, them pronouns. You can find me over at Twitter at RAChastaway. And I will be playing Benny Martinez, your Tremere.
Hey guys, I'm Amber. I use she, her pronouns. You can find me literally all over the internet as the Rebel Selkie. If you are interested, you can also follow my board game shop, Gathering Game, on Instagram. I am playing Maggie Richards, the Toreador.
Hello all, I am Devin. You can find me online at Storyteller. I am he, him, and tonight I am going to be playing the Bruja, Matt Angelo.
Thank you. And now, we begin our tale. All of you have been embraced recently in are being presented to the Prince of the City as candidates to join the Camarilla. As you arrive to Elysium, you find out that the prince is not there. Apparently, a few nights ago, a courier came with a delivery for the prince. However, before that could be delivered, they got into an argument with the herald and stormed off, not to be seen again in the city. It is discovered tonight that the courier's car was found in Sleepy Hollow, New York. And the prince has given instructions for the three of you to go find out what happened to him. How would you like to proceed?
So, just wondering, like, where are we currently, like, in regards to Sleepy Hollow?
You are in Chicago, Illinois, specifically in the Neo-Futurist Theater, which is the home of Elysium tonight. Chicago is theoretically, this time of night, it is late October. So this time of the year, it is theoretically something that you could drive straight through if you started directly at sunset and arrive in the city before dawn. However, it is several hours past sunset. If you were to leave tonight, you would not make it to the city in time, or to the town of Sleepy Hollow in time to reach. There are several kindred in the Elysium that if you would like to talk to, including the sheriff and the herald in question, you can proceed to make arrangements to get to Sleepy Hollow. You could do something I haven't thought of yet.
Benny is going to think about. Is there any kind of like bullet train?
No.
Okay.
The Amtrak line that would run would go into Albany, New York, and you would have to then take Metro North down from Albany to Westchester and then get to Sleepy Hollow that way. That train line does not leave at night.
So yeah, Benny is going to go talk to that herald and be like, so what was who got angry at who? Like, why did the courier run off like a little bitch? Like, what happened?
Well, as you know, I speak for the prince. I am my role within the city is to be his voice. So, a delivery for the prince is something that I should be aware of.
Of course.
There was a disagreement about that. And you know how Bruja are. He flipped out. It was in Elysium, and that's just not appropriate behavior.
No, it's not.
I mean, it was at the Chicago Art Museum. There's a lot of nice art there that could have been damaged. Thankfully,
thank God.
Keeper had a handle on it. But I mean, this is why they're not allowed in the sect anymore. This is why they left. They have short tempers. They fly off the handle.
So, sir, How would you best suggest we, given the time limit we got here, how would you best suggest we get our way over there to the Sleepy Hollow?
Yep. Unless you have a private jet, I don't think you're gonna make it there tonight. So, and I don't know why they have this connection, but the prince there, Sinclair Heron, somehow she's connected with New York. Well, obviously it's that close to the New York City. So if you, she's got a wine bar that is overlooking the Tappan Zee Bridge. So if you wanted to, meet up with her, sure, she'd be willing, considering Chicago is the crown jewel of the Camarilla, she'd be more than willing to help with your investigation and tracking him down. That would probably be the best place to start once you get there.
Thank you, sir. You're gonna have to give me, sir. I'm new. My name is Benny Martinez. I please know your name.
You can just call me Son.
Out of character. In character. Nice to meet you, Son.
So I know we won't be able to. Would I be able to maybe arrange like a blackout limo or blackout tinted window limo so that we could at least get there and be there and get inside somewhere before the sun up, so that way when we actually get there we can just are already there, boots on the ground.
Let me get from you I did not include, let me see what test, I thought I had backgrounds in here somewhere.
I have resources stats
too. I'm going to say that with Underworld Contacts 3, you know a guy who knows a guy who maybe not quite get you the full blackout car, but has a vehicle with a discrete space that is might not quite be a limo, but it's going to prevent you from being exposed to the sun during the drive.
What we need.
And if they get pulled over for any reason, not found. It's not going to be luxurious, maybe a little cramped, but it'll do the job.
Not a way, it's not fancy, but I mean, it'll work.
I know. I cannot be seen in anything less than a 2021. And it needs to be at least 6 inches lifted. No.
Tell you what, doll. We'll put a bag over your head. That way nobody sees you.
Is the bag Chanel?
Yes.
Yeah, sure.
Then it ain't gonna work. I'm sorry. You're gonna have to come up with another one. I mean it. Like, you gotta listen. If you know this person, he's gotta have another connection. Like,
you know what? Even better. Actually, you know what? I have a lot of problems with the Chanel brand, just as a concept.
Me too. They don't have a vegan line.
Yeah, and like her Chanel, she was like a Nazi. But like we'll find you some other like name brand that's not steeped in like anti-Semitism.
None. I mean, that would be great, but it needs to be plush, 6 inches lifted, and I need to have a whole seat to myself. You don't understand. I cannot be seen in anything less. I have a lot of people relying on me to do. I have an image I need to keep.
Okay. Compromise?
I don't compromise.
No, listen, we need a compromise here. We'll get you a sleeping bag. Those can be very comfy. You'll have it all to yourself. We get you one of those like, plush pillows for your head.
The neck ones too.
The neck one, yeah. Just for you.
I feel like you're trying to make a fool of me right now.
Nobody, hey, listen. Doll, listen.
Don't.
No, listen. The only people who are going to see you like this is me and Mateo over here. No one else. And, by the time anyone else sees you, you'll be out of it.
Listen, I don't think you are. Do you follow me on Instagram? Have you ever seen, listen, we should.
I do actually.
Okay, good. So you've seen the type of material I put out there. Can't we leave tomorrow? Can we get something better and leave tomorrow?
Listen,
something better idea. Like we can go in refreshed and fed. And hey, you really want to show up to the prince looking.
Tell you what. When we get back, I'm something of an artist myself. I understand what you're going through.
How many Instagram followers do you have?
I'm not that kind of artist. I'm the kind of like the I got the more that Van Gogh thing going on for me.
So poor and crazy.
Well, not the crazy. I'm no Malk over here.
Okay.
But
is this really the best we can do?
It's the best I got. If you got something better, throw it out there. Other than that, we're going with Vinny.
And like I said, we'll get you like a really nice sleeping bag.
It's fine. It's fine.
It can be made of like silk or something.
We'll put your hair in curlers, so when you get out of it, your hair will be all nice and curled.
It is October. Nobody in their right mind wears silk in October. Okay, listen, I guess it's fine. I don't think I know anyone who can get us out of this quicker than you can. I guess it'll deal. But can we get it detailed first, at least?
We can try.
I'll make sure he takes a vacuum to it.
And take it through the car wash.
Right, well, let's go. Ale.
The sooner we do it, the sooner it's not over.
Let's go. Come on.
Sooner it's over,
Okay. So in order to accommodate Maggie's desires, it is going to take a couple hours for the detailing and washing of the car. Would you like to do anything in the city before you fall asleep in Central Time Zone and wake up in the Eastern Time Zone?
I'm going to run to like a sporting goods store and buy Maggie that sleeping bag I promised her. Because I promised her something like the plushest we could get, which is a sleeping bag. There you go.
I mean, you'll have to go out to the suburbs where people who don't live in Chicago say they live in Chicago when meeting people from out of town to find a place that'll be open 24 hours. But
I can just go to a Walmart.
Yeah, you still have to go out to the suburbs in the city of Chicago to find a Walmart. with how densely populated, how closely those buildings were made together when things came up, there's not a lot of room in the actual proper city limits for a Walmart. So it is going to have to be. I mean, Schaumburg is nice, kind of. But yeah, you have time to get there and get back
Right.
before heading out. Anybody else doing anything prior to departure?
Maggie is not going to be stuck with these fools for an extended period of time hungry. So I think I can't find where her hunger is at right now.
We'll say everybody is at hunger 1.
Okay, so I guess that's...
So you probably, yeah, you fed, you went to Elysium earlier tonight. You don't ever want to go to Elysium hungry. So
Vorpal.
you're at hunger 1. You can't get lower than that without killing somebody.
Right.
So, okay. All right. Anything else before you guys head out?
Well, on that same vein, I'll see if I can get us a couple of snack packs.
Like a vamp lunchable?
Yeah.
It's like a squeezy.
Do you think, like, could you, like, do you think, the guy who's driving us, could we get him, like, a bottle of bourbon?
He's driving.
Not for when he's driving.
Oh. I mean, they make enough, right?
So
he's well taken care of.
Mateo, if you want to pick up a snack pack for the road, give me we'll say wits and streetwise.
All right, that is a 4 and a 2, so that's 6 dice. And correct me from 7 and higher for this, or is it 8 higher?
6.
6. Okay, cool. That makes it even easier for me to roll. Oh, cool. 3.
That's exactly how many snack packs that you get.
All right, cool. Everyone's got a snack pack.
I'm assuming you also pick up a cooler to make sure that they stay cold.
Oh, yes.
During the transit.
He texts me while I'm at the Walmart and I buy it. Got a bag of ice too.
All right. So you all gather up. You pile in. You make yourselves as comfortable as possible. Head out after everything is secure. It's the next morning. You wake up. Everybody make a rouse check to see if you get hungrier.
Is that just 1 dice or 2?
1 dice. How'd everybody do? Fed, yes. Up, down. We good? So Benny gets hungrier.
8.
Mateo does not. So you are, when you awaken, the driver has the car parked in an out of the way place, is sitting, waiting for you. Do you need anything else, boss?
Nah, I'm good. Just make sure it gets back.
I mean, while I'm out here, I got a cousin down out on Long Island, so I'm gonna go hit him up. Um, you know, you know, see how the family's doing in Strong Island. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
Give them all a kiss for me.
All right. Okay. So yeah, once y'all get out of the van, he heads off towards the Taconic Parkway, heading south. You're now in Sleepy Hollow, New York. What do you do?
I look at the two of them and tell them, location that Sun gave us, and the contact.
Sinclair Heron.
And it's like, you know what? We go there. The sooner we go there, the sooner we take care of the problem. Like we weren't actually told I assume it's implied we have to figure it, like take care of it. Even though we were only told to like find out what happened, I assumed implied solve it too. We go there, we find out what she knows, we learn what happened, we take care of it, we go back, and then our beautiful lady friend never has to think about, sleeping in a sleeping bag ever again.
There are so many no's I want to put to that sentence, but I think I'm going to start with the top one, which is I am not going anywhere before we check into a hotel and I get a shower.
Would you settle for a motel?
At this point, I would settle
for a hose.
I would settle for anything with hot water and minimal roaches at this point, but I am not going anywhere without getting scrubbed.
Would you wait until I run to the 7-Eleven and just buy some basic...
Like vinegar and baking soda? Listen.
No, like shampoo and conditioner. Like, who the fuck do you think I am? Like shampoo, conditioner, and body wash, a toothbrush.
I also think it would be prudent, if you will, for us to have a place to go back to in case we do not find this gentleman immediately.
I like the way...
their pronouns, but...
Yeah.
Hey.
We'll get like a 2-bed room with a couch. That way, we all got a bed and someone's got a couch. And I'll buy like a tarp to put over the window. Just in case.
Sounds like me.
So it occurs to you that the driver dropped you off in what appears to be a park in a town none of you have ever been to before. So, how do you go about finding a hotel or a motel?
Is there a sign around?
There appears to be a sign that says Patriots Park.
We're in today's age, right?
Yes, you are in. It is October 30th, 2020.
Okay, can I pull out my phone and use Google Maps?
Yeah.
To find a hotel.
Okay.
First thing, and what Mateo is not Mateo, Benny is doing is they're pulling out their phone, and they're like finding their location, and they are just like finding like the entrance of the park and setting like a Google Maps directions to that, and be like, it's that way.
To the directions to what?
To just get out of the park.
Okay.
First things first, get out of the park.
So, Patriots Park is kind of on the southeast border of Sleepy Hollow and Tarrytown. You find out that it is the home to this Tarrytown and Sleepy Hollow Farmers Market, but it's night. The market's not open. If you can call it a rack, the area that is mostly is where the bars and that type of things are, is going to be probably a couple blocks north of if you go up either Broadway, which is on the eastern side, or if you go up Washington, which is on the west hand side, and the park is between the two streets.
Right, well, anyone? Where are we going? Left, right? I'll make a decision.
I would love for you to make a decision.
All right, good. And then I'm assuming, can we look on like Google Maps, and I'm assuming something will pop up with the blue star of, Faith, please go here, rest here. We're going to pick this one.
You're looking for a hotel?
A hotel, motel, Holiday Inn.
All right. There are no vacancies.
Listen, I realized going into this was going to be kind of a dance with the devil, but I did not realize I was going to be playing limbo with the devil's dick. What is up with this town? Who even comes here in October? It's like nowhere. Why?
Oh, Maggie, can I tell you a story?
Sure, why not?
Okay, so
Can you make it more of a poem or a limerick?
Okay.
Haiku.
Okay, let me try. Hold on. Let me see if I can do this. I see how far I can get. Once there was a dude named Ichabod who saw a chick and thought, man, she has a great bod. Want to make that girl my wife, and we'll be together for life. But there was another dude, and he was like, screw you. And there was a man on a horse.
This is starting to sound like a telenovela.
I know, it kind of is. And he naturally would chop your head off, of course.
Wait,
and
this is that Sleepy Hollow? It's real? It's a real place?
I mean, yeah, it's a real place.
I thought it was like a book.
This is the tale of Ichabod Crane, who is from Sleepy Hollow, where forever shall he remain.
Yeah, and like, you know what? People love that. Like, I mean, like, Sleepy Hollow is a real place. We're here. But like the story, people love scary stories. And you know what else people love?
Showers and hotel rooms that are not rented out.
Scary stories,
Benny,
that are set in real places. And and this is Halloween, so of course people are going to go stay in a hotel in a scary place set in a scary story, because it's what they like to do. If only this, you know what, Maggie, we would have had a lot easier time finding a hotel if this person at courier had disappeared in say June. But no, they had to do us the discourtesy of disappearing in October. This is their fault, not mine.
I fall agreeing to this thing. All right, so what do? We got no hotel. We got no.
Hold on. Hold on. I'll figure something out. I'm gonna look up an Airbnb.
Those are also full.
Well,
A place on Earth and it's Sleepy Hollow. All right, listen.
Okay,
well,
I'm
I mean,
Googling.
we do have the other option, guys. I
Yeah,
mean,
What's that?
Throwing myself into the sun.
no, we
And
just
taking me with her?
we just find a nice house and decide it's ours.
You know, we could do that. We can find an empty place.
Yeah, empty. Sure, that's what I meant.
Shut up, Mateo. Find an empty house.
Like a squatter.
It would have a shower.
Well, I'm gonna Google like rest stop bathrooms that have the showers.
Good. I can fucking wash myself in a truck stop bathroom like a trucker peasant. I did not come all the way out here from Chicago. Can we just find this guy, please? Can we just? I will deal without a bathroom if we can find this guy tonight and make it back to Chicago in the morning, so I can get back to my full 12 jet bathtub and just soak the misery of this night away. Can we just please go find this guy? I'm already done, and I've been awake for like 2 hours.
20 minutes, but who's counting?
When like
It
you know, like
feels like it's
like-
been 2 hours with you.
Certainly not Maggie.
So, what are you guys up to? Where are you off to?
Alright. You know what? Like, okay, so we're just gonna like X-nay the shower. Is that the plan?
Yes.
All right, then.
That's not a decision that we make at the moment.
I mean, like, I won't like taking like Maggie. I want to make something very clear. I don't want to take a shower in a truck stop either. But if it's the only place I got a shower, I will take my shower. So I want it. I'll take it.
So as a reminder, you're vampires. Y'all don't sweat. Y'all don't stink. You were fairly clean before you got into the clean vehicle.
Oh yeah, but this is perfect RP for Maggie.
Maggie just does it out of habit. Doesn't care how filthy or unfilthy she is. She's just.
But you know what? So like we're gonna exit the shower. We're gonna talk to our contact. We're gonna find out what we need to know, and then when we get back to Chicago, me and Maggie are going to treat ourselves, and we're gonna go to a spa.
No, me and Maggie, nothing.
I'm going to my own spa.
I'm going to my home. Let's just find this guy. Let's look. Okay,
I'll just, get a knife and pick out anything underneath my fingernails.
Let's just. Where do we go first? Who do we look for first? What you had?
I told you the name. Like, how many times did I gotta tell you her name?
Sinclair Heron. Come on.
So how do we find this person? So
Well, they are in a bar that's a wine bar over the bridge. So let's look for a wine bar over the bridge. Let's Google it.
over the bridge.
Google Maps in it.
Okay. So by Google Maps, you can take walk down a couple of streets, a few blocks one way, a few blocks the other way, a few blocks, and get to the wine bar. Or you can walk north 3 blocks, ascend like 5-6 blocks until you get to the water. The Google Maps does show that there is essentially running along Beekman Avenue is where most of the bars in the village or town are.
All right, let's go to Beekman Avenue.
All right. Are any of them overlooking the bridge?
So as you get to Beekman Avenue, you can see for a small town, it is a rather lively bar scene. Each bar seems to have a different costumed theme night. There's one that it looks like it's a Star Wars or a Star Trek. It could be both. Maybe some Battlestar Galactica is mixed in there. Another one is 80s night. There's a very convincing looking Iceman costume. And from Beekman, you can see the river. And as you walk towards the river, as you get closer, you do see at the end there's a wine bar that has a view of the Tappan Zee Bridge. There is a woman sitting out by herself on the patio. A couple men in suits standing by the door, but otherwise she's just sitting watching the bridge, sipping on a glass with, we'll say, red wine in it.
Benny will. Wait, what was the lady's name again?
Sinclair Heron.
Heron. Excuse me. Are you Miss Sinclair Heron?
Prince Sinclair Heron.
Oh, my apologies, Prince.
She looks over the three of you. You must be the group from Chicago.
Yes.
Benny will bow and say, yes, ma'am.
Oh, very well. So, what have you been informed of the situation?
We were told that the courier and the herald got in an argument about the message that you sent. The courier took off, and the car was found.
It was. She points to the lighthouse. It was not far from the lighthouse where it was found. I did have to have it towed to one of my garages. Pulls out a business card. Not handing it to anyone in particular. You can call him and he will be able to give you access to the car should you need to or desire to investigate it.
Alright.
I'll take it.
I was assuming you haven't been able to make arrangements of lodging since you have, gotten here so soon.
Yeah, much to a certain someone's chagrin.
And I told her it's because it's close. It's Sleepy Hollow. It's close to Halloween. People like stories. Of course, it's booked.
As a favor to Prince Jackson, I have made arrangements for one of my rentals to be unoccupied. Hands a set of keys, little note on it with the address. It's not much, but should you need a place to stay, it's better than digging a hole in the ground and covering yourself up with dirt.
Thank you, Your Highness. And Benny will take the key.
So, I do want to let you know that if the courier is somewhere in the city, if you stay out of the uh, Rockefeller Forest Preserve. Because if he's there, the lupine got him, and there's nothing left to find of him. I would warn you not to step on there. There is only one other kindred in town that I am aware of. That is Jeffrey Gent of the Tremere. Every year, the Chantry of the Five Boroughs sends up an apprentice, since they do get a significant amount of money from the Sleepy Hollow's Historical Society to make sure things run smoothly. He may have more information about what's going on if you can track him down.
Do we? So, is there something else about the situation that we should know, Your Highness?
I mean, I have a. Well, it is normally not much of a city to run. I do have to deal with the fact that the number of tourists this time of year, the population increases tenfold. I still do have to ensure that things run smoothly and that say anarchs who may be trying to start trouble in New York don't try to move in, to keep random spot packs from whatever's left of them from causing trouble, and just the general hijinks that comes with being in a supernatural town this time of year, preserving the Masquerade and all. You can search the lighthouse. You can check out the car. Gent's probably at one of the mansions. Any places of interest that you particularly have questions about, or anything that you need to know that I could assist you with, I am at your disposal.
I think we're good for the moment, Prince. Thank yous.
All right.
You are muted.
You're muted, Amber.
No, I'm not.
Now you can.
Sorry, it must have been a glitch on my end. It was not muted. That's fine. Hi, we're back. And we're doing this live. So I'm assuming, do we have anything else we would like to share with the prince or ask with the prince, or do we want to start divvying up how we want to do this?
I didn't have anything else to ask. I was figuring we'd just start.
Yeah. All right. I say lighthouse, car, Ghent.
Why are we starting with the most filthiest option? What is up with you and dirt?
That's where the car was found.
Are you saying this in front of the prince?
I am not.
So you have left the wine bar then?
Yes.
Okay. By the way, the lighthouse is blatantly viewable. It is decorated, and it is the park that is part of is the only thing that you can see the Hudson River, the Tappan Zee Bridge, and the lighthouse in the park. That's what you can see from the patio.
I'm good with the lighthouse first too.
It's where the car was found.
Right, you have a point. It's not a very good one, or a very clean one, or a very fun one, but you have a point.
Listen, think about it this way, Maggie. Would you have rather we take a shower and then go to the lighthouse, or would you rather go to the dirty place first and then you can take a shower?
Listen, I just want to get all the product out of my hair. Let's just go to the lighthouse, figure this out. I am more than willing to follow your lead. I will stop being a crab ass. I just want to get this over with and move on with my life, hopefully into something a little more representing like a high rise. So, yes. After you. Let's go to the house.
So y'all are checking out the lighthouse then?
Lighthouse away.
All right. As you approach the lighthouse, there is a sign of car tracks that came out of the normal parking area and tore up the grass nearby. It didn't quite make it all the way to the lighthouse, but there was a little bit of lawn between the parking lot and where the lighthouse and the walking path is. They got to get halfway in there. So there's definitely some torn, it is October in the Northeast, right off the water, so the grass is a little bit soft. There's a little bit of mud torn up. Give me a wits and intelligence roll if you are going to investigate this. If you are not investigating the tire tracks, if there's something else you would like to do, let me know.
No, I want to see these tire tracks, and I want to see.
You said a what?
Wits and intelligence, or
Wits and should be investigation. Did I say something else?
I heard you say intelligence, but that could just be my internet. Could I supplement that with survival?
Sure.
All right.
Thank God.
Are 10s exploding, or are they just count as 2?
No. In V5, so you need 2 10s in order for it to be anything out of the normal.
Okay, I got that.
Okay. Are any of them hunger dice?
100 dice? No, I just used 10.
No. So your hunger pool?
Oh, hunger. Sorry, I heard 100 and I was confused.
Okay. Yep. So are either of those 10s your hunger dice?
So if I have 2 dots in wits,
yes,
and I'm using 1 dot for survival, would I also roll 2 dice for hunger, or just...
No. So you would roll 3 dice in total. 2 of them would be hunger dice.
Okay.
So for Mateo, so you did get 2 10s and neither of them was a hunger dice. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Okay.
I also got 2 10s and an 8 for what it's worth.
I got 2 9s and an 8.
Okay. So, Amber, you had 2 hunger dice. Is that correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
They rolled up blanks.
Well, if you had 2 10s and if you had 2 10s on 3 dice, one of them had to be a hunger dice.
I rolled 5 dice.
You would only be rolling 3 dice.
Oh, I'm sorry. I fobbed that. Would you like me to take a reroll then?
Well, I'll explain to you what it's going to happen, what a messy critical is, and then you can decide.
Well, I know what it's critical.
So, a messy critical is when you have a critical success, but a hunger dice is one of the 10s in the critical, where the beast gets involved in a manner of speaking and has an effect on the outcome of the roll. And things potentially get messy.
Mm-hmm.
That is often why it's called a messy critical. So if one of those 10s is not one of your hunger dice, you could spend a willpower to re-roll that. You cannot re-roll hunger dice. But if you re-roll and it doesn't come up a 10, you no longer have a messy critical.
I would be interested, for the sake of storytelling, to play my messy critical out, just because I think they are a lovely mechanic for V5.
Okay. So, there's something that just speaks to you. You become enthralled in what appears to be a butterfly that is spread out in the grass along a pile of dirt that is extremely dry compared to the rest of the ground. Mateo, you notice this as well. Benny, you also notice this. However, because you are so enthralled with this butterfly, Maggie, you get a little too close and lose your balance and fall face first into the muddy, chewed up grass and dirt of the tire track. Face first, covered.
So, you still plan on getting that shower, right?
And she says I'm obsessed with dirt. You know, that's rude. Like this mud bath she's taken right here.
Could have gone to a spa for this.
You know, but you know what? She's probably kind of but it's cheaper to do it this way.
I'm surprised she wants to do anything cheap.
You know, you're right.
As a random aside, I feel like Maggie's soundtrack of the night is My Name is Mud. If any of you have listened to that one, it's lovely. But no, she just looks up at the two of them and she just releases this inhumane, frustrated screech, and she just throws a handful of mud. And it's just completely acting like a toddler at this point.
Inwardly, Benny is thinking about a painting that they might do of this scene with the lighthouse and the tire tracks. They do plan to make Maggie look better in this situation. You know, nobody really needs to know that she fell into the mud. But
Mateo is just very.
But they're kind of plotting out that painting.
Take the phone out and click.
Delete it.
Delete what?
Delete it, or I'm breaking all of your fingers and your toes.
As you take the picture, Maggie's fangs are a bit descended ain't quite visible in the picture that you just took.
Ah, you ruined it. So,
Do I
completely disregarding the threat, what do I see on the tire tracks, or from the car on the tire tracks?
So the tire tracks aren't too. The tire tracks themselves aren't
Noteworthy.
noteworthy. Other than the fact that somebody appeared to have lost control of the car and drove onto the grass. However, by where the passenger side, or I'm sorry, by where the driver's side would be, there's a couple of spots where the grass itself is discolored, where it's dried out, and it's just small spots, maybe the size of a fist, where it's almost like it's burnt, not as if like it was set on fire, but it's just like off, when grass dies and changes from green to yellow and has been left out in the sun with no water. And then there's a little bit of dirt that is not mud, that is not appear to match with what you would expect to see with the grass that was torn up here.
Okay, I had terrible internet for that moment. Basically, discoloration of unusual.
Unusual grass color discoloration and dirt that doesn't seem to fit in with the dirt off the river or just by the river.
So dirt is from the river, you said?
No.
I'm sorry, my internet is going in and out.
The dirt is not from the river. It is not.
Okay.
The dirt does not seem to fit in with what you would expect. If it was dirt from the area, it would be muddy. This isn't muddy.
Benny is going to take a sample of this dirt. To see if, like, at some point we can find, like, if we run into somewhere else, we can be like, compare.
Okay.
Just so you guys know, I'm sorry to interrupt. You may want to repeat what you said because it looks like we got drops for a couple of seconds.
Oh, fun. Are we back?
We are back. Sorry about all the technical difficulties, folks. We are doing it live. Would Benny like to repeat what they just said?
They're going to take Benny is going to take a sample of, like, this mud. So if we come across it somewhere else, we can compare it. So we can be like, okay, so this mud came from this location. So how could it reasonably have gone from point A to the lighthouse? And we can, so we have some kind of evidence to, like, work from.
All right. So what's next?
Does Maggie notice any more of the butterfly or anything like that? Or is it just like a fleeting thing that is now gone now that she's had her tantrum?
The butterfly flew off as Maggie face planted into the mud.
Okay. So I'm going to say Maggie just wipes her face on her presumably Louis Vuitton arm and just kind of makes her way very purposely to the front door to check to see if it's locked.
It is.
Can she jiggle the handle?
You can. It is solidly locked, so jiggling doesn't move it much at all.
Is there any glass paneling on this door?
No, so the lighthouse is stone. There is no glass until you get up to the top of the lighthouse. It is not a very tall lighthouse. Um,
Is the door made out of wood or steel or stone?
it is wood. It does appear to have been reinforced over time. Does not look like a wood from a door that was for a building that was built in the 1700s.
Maggie looks up and looks at her two cohorts. Does anyone have any issues with breaking in?
No.
I'm asking for permission before I ask for forgiveness. Can Maggie attempt to she's not very strong. Surprised to who? But can she attempt to and I've done this on my own door, but can she attempt to twist the handle to kind of break the mechanism that's the stem of the handle, or is it a latch handle? Either way.
No, yeah. So you reach out, you grab it. Give me an intelligence and streetwise roll.
And then, do I use any hunger dice with those?
You have 2 hunger, so 2 of those dice would be hunger dice.
So of my 4 dice, 2 of my dice are hunger.
Correct.
Okay. And I am using my actual really pretty hunger dice, so I might need some help with the symbols.
Okay.
Okay, so I've got an 8, a 9. One of my hungers is blank, and then one of my hungers is this one.
Okay. So that's 3 successes. You smell weed.
Is it good weed?
I mean, it's
Important questions.
If your character was a frequent weed connoisseur, you aren't.
Tried to make a life out of Instagram, so I'm assuming she was at some point.
So the scent is not strong enough that you could pick out the strain. It is better than what you might expect for a town of 10,000 people. But if you were in Chicago, you could get better. It seems to be coming from the lighthouse itself, as almost if the smell is coming down and drifting down towards you.
And I just turned to the other two and was like, you smell that? As far as I can tell, vamps can't smoke weed.
That's to stop us from trying.
I don't know, but there is probably someone up there. It's what I'm trying to insinuate.
All right, so a little bit of stealthy approach. Gotcha.
I can do that.
Yeah. Easy peasy.
Lemon squeezy.
What? Never mind. Just do your thing. Do your woo thing, and I'll wait here and die a little bit on the inside.
You already did that.
Nothing's stopping me from doing it again.
The next time you take a mud bath, Maggie, don't forget the cucumbers for your eyes.
At least it was exfoliating.
All right. So, a stealth roll.
What are you trying to do?
Yeah, Benny, what are you trying to do?
I want to find out who's up there smoking weed.
Okay. How are you trying to do that then?
Didn't she break down the door?
No, she smelled the weed and stopped.
Oh.
Well, it's nice and easy. I'm just gonna break in then. Or at least try. I sit down in front of the door, pull out some picks, and I'm presuming Dex and larceny for trying to unlock a door.
Yes, let's go with that.
All right. Not a lot of dice, but 2 successes. A 7 and a 9.
All right.
Neither were my blood or my hunger dice.
So yeah, you open the door. The smell of weed is stronger. You open the door, take a look inside.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe.
Yes, sir.
There's like 4 high school kids, probably, passing around bong.
It's a bomb to a lighthouse. That just sounds like a hazard. That's what chillums are for, kids. Think smarter, not harder.
Hey,
That's what are for? I didn't hear what you said.
Never mind.
My hair is bad.
It's okay. I was just showing my age there for a second.
How old are you? You're older than me.
I'm going to say my age, which is quote unquote not that old.
I'm a vampire. I am ageless, and that is where we leave this.
Oh.
All right. Benny will walk in.
Hey man, what the fuck are you doing here?
You
What?
said they're all high school kids, right?
Yep, they're all high school kids.
All's Benny says in return is what Amber said. I'm not gonna judge you for your choice of action, but like literally, it's like carrying a bong is that's just a risk you don't need to take. You leave that shit at home and you bring that out for a guest.
I work for the state park on this. I work. That's why I had a key to lock the door. How'd you get in?
Oh, so that's what you're doing in here on your paid time.
No, I don't work nights. I work days.
No, so
You're using company equipment on your off hours. I get it. Not very smart.
not judging, just not smart.
You're breaking and entering into a historic site.
Says the
It was
kid smoking
unlocked.
a bong.
So,
It was locked because I locked it.
Did you though?
Maggie's just going to go ahead and clip a picture of the 3 of them sitting there. And assuming with her internet famous...
They're going to bail out a camera phone and take a picture of y'all as well as a response.
I will quickly... Oh, no, I shouldn't finish. I'm just going to throw the intimidation roll out there of, look, we walked in because we smelled weed from outside and the door was unlocked and you're in here smoking weed in a quote unquote, what did you call this place? Your workplace, you're in here doing that. And we just walked in here smelling you smoking weed in here and then we find this. What the hell?
Man, get with the times. New York legalized.
Yeah, legalized, but you're still smoking it in your job at your place where you're supposed to be doing business.
I'm off a clock.
But homie, how old are you? This is gonna, if you get caught by your bosses, you're gonna be permanently off the clock.
But he gave me the bong for my 18th birthday.
That's a cool boss. That is a cool boss. No, so So I do have a question for you since you work here.
What? What? Why are you here?
Well, I'm an artist.
That's great. The park is closed after sun goes down.
You know what? I like the late night nature walks.
That doesn't mean the park is not closed. It's still closed.
You know what? We can keep this between us. Because everyone's there and but getting what the park looks like at night on camp, is a completely different experience than it crowded by people, who don't really appreciate nature. So, but I do have a question for you. So,
if I answer, will you leave and let us get back to what we were doing?
If you actually give me a good answer, not just a one-word answer, So that that mess out front. What happened?
I don't know. We came into work the other day and there was a car sitting there and it was getting towed by Federico over to his place. Why don't you go to him? Talk to him. He knows he's probably still got the car in his lot.
All right. So nobody knows how it got here or why it was here?
I don't know. It's not like we sleep here and watch the park.
Do y'all security? Do you have security cameras?
We're a historic monument. We're not the security cameras are to make sure people don't graffiti and shit. Not on the grass.
All right. Well, can we take a look at them anyways, just to see if there's anything that we can use?
Take a look at what?
Make a copy.
No, you can leave.
Listen.
Warrant. Y'all got a warrant? One of them starts taking up the phone. I'm like, well, I mean, why are y'all in here asking weird questions? We can, I'm going to call my uncle.
Listen. Can I... I'm going to use... presents.
Okay.
Just to kind of meld them out.
So the way that awe works is it does not necessarily have a direct effect on. There has to be another charisma roll or another applicable, roll to go with it, and it adds dice to that.
Yeah. I would like to just no, listen, guys. We're just looking for a good story. We just want to, we don't want to cause nobody no trouble. We just want to, figure out what happened there, and then once we do, we'll leave.
You want a good story? Go to the mansion. They got haunted house tours. You go to the church. They got the graveyard tours. They got the guy. There's a guy who's doing the entire story of Sleepy Hollow, every part by himself. He is amazing.
Listen, I don't want the tourist shit.
This is a tourist town. That's all you're getting.
It's
all tourist bullshit.
Could I make a charisma persuasion roll?
So, if you would really like to.
Yeah.
Yes, you can. So that would be 6 dice because you have awe.
All right. Okay. 9.
You succeeded. So, what are you trying to persuade him to do?
To just, like go back to like there's basically go back to their smoking, just like let us go up and take a look at, that footage. And once we do, we'll leave and then we'll close the door behind us.
And actually lock it this time.
And actually lock it this time.
The footage isn't maintained on site.
Oh. Or is it maintained?
Like it's all computers. It's at the. I don't even know where it's at the Park Service office.
What's your name, kid?
Joseph Mortelli.
That's your real name?
Why would I give you a fake name?
I don't know. Just checking. Question: is there some kind of customer this person did a great job, kind of like as a person who came here and was loved this person's service kind of card?
No. It's a lighthouse.
Oh, because you
It of the many historical sites in Sleepy Hollow, there's not much to this one. It is a single lighthouse.
Oh, do you work at the lighthouse or do you work at like another shop?
I mean I work where they tell me to go.
Okay. I'll write a good customer card for you.
It's on the Sleepy Hollow Historical Society website. You can do it there.
Excellent. I'll sing your praises, kid.
All right, and you said Frederico's got the car. Where's Frederico?
He's got the shop. Where do you guys new in town? It's off Broadway.
Okay, you live in a
Broadway?
Tourist town, and you're asking us if we're new here.
You go out to Route 9. You go north, about halfway to the been smoking too much of this stuff. I can't remember the name of the Phillipsburg Manor House. It's about halfway up there, across the street from the Sleepy Hollow Animal Hospital.
Benny is pulling out their phone, and they're typing current location to Frederico's walking.
All right. Well, if you head back up Beekman about 7 blocks, you can before you get to Route 9. It's going to tell you to go up Lawrence Avenue, and then once you hit Broadway, it's a couple of stops down on your side of the bridge.
How far? What's the walk time?
It's about a mile.
So yeah. All right, let's go. Thank you, Joseph Morelli.
Mortelli.
Okay. You are walking up Beekman and then walking up Lawrence to get there?
Yep, we are taking the route where it said if you go this way, it'll take you 8 minutes, but if you walk this way, it'll take you 7. We're going to 7.
Okay. It's about a mile, so it's going to be more like 20 or 25. But yeah. So you walk there, you get there. The guy's waiting there, just looking at us, like, Damn. She said you were coming. I didn't think you were going to take this long.
We stopped by the lighthouse first. We want to see where it was found.
She called me an hour and a half ago. Said you were probably going to be stopping by soon. I mean, there's not much to look at the lighthouse. Anyway, so he just assumes who you are, because at that time of night he's not in business. The shop is shut down. He's just been sitting there waiting for you. Leads you out to the car. No, here it is. Y'all need me for anything, or can I finally go home and see my family?
What can you tell us about what you found in this car?
We had strict orders not to look at anything. We just towed it here.
All right. So I'm gonna actually need you to stay here and take a look at it with us, because I don't know shit about cars. So you do.
And that's my fucking problem? Come on. I miss my kids trick-or-treating already. Like, I want to get home and see them in their costumes before they go to bed. So the keys are in the door.
Does she not pay you?
Hey, Benny, I'm pretty sure he's saying he's not paid right now. He's off the clock. This is a favor. You're trying to stretch a favor. Let's just go. I pop the hood. I start looking at. Now, before you go, though, is there anything really messed up about this that you didn't see before, or that you can see? No? Okay.
Nah.
Enjoy trick-or-treating with your kid. Oh, I'm sorry. Enjoy your sugar high with your kid.
Alright. Y'all have a good night. I'm gonna go be with my family. Do whatever you want with a car. And he gets in his car and leaves. Investigating the car, Mateo, there doesn't seem to be anything wrong with it. The only thing that seems like he literally didn't touch it at all, including the fact that there is a flyer for the Phillips Mansion haunted house under the windshield, or under the windshield wiper. And at that, we're going to take a break. So it is 10:33. I'm going to take 10 minutes, stretch your legs, get something to drink, hydrate, do what we need to do, and back at 10:43.
All right.
are back. So, you're at the garage. You have this car and the keys to it. And the only thing that seems out of place is that there was a flyer for the haunted house. What are y'all doing?
I've read enough of these books. We're checking the trunk.
It is a trunk. It has some supplies that a vampire might need to crash in the middle of nowhere, and have suitable protection from the sunlight.
When you said that this car was just taken over, is this car still like, is it still all in functional condition?
As far as you can tell.
Cool. No more walking for us in a small town.
You...
Alright.
I don't know if that's wise.
Yeah, it might not be a good idea.
Because as far as I can tell, this vamp is missing, right? Like it's a pretty good observation at this point that this vamp does not want to be found. And do we really want to draw attention to ourselves by driving around in a car that is clearly not ours in a town of all of 15 people? I follow a murder mystery blog. I know how this works.
Yeah, but you're wanting to walk around?
Listen. Driving around a missing person's car is the quickest way to make yourself a suspect in a missing person's case.
Well, it's the fastest way to, find out who else thinks that we might be the missing person and why they're still around. Of course, then we make ourselves a target, but then we got ourselves whoever's trying to hit us.
I'll rock, paper, scissors you for it.
Roll with advantage there, Maggie, because I watch a lot of true crime, and I ain't trying to spray paint Target on my back. I got enough of that going for me in Chicago. I don't need that here too.
Where are you intending to go next?
I figured we'd be going to Phillipsburg Manor. That's where the flyer was for, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fair.
From what you can tell from the flyer, it is you guys are kind of at the center of town still. It's not too terribly far away. It's probably about 10 o'clock at night right now. If you're walking, it's probably going to take you about 45 minutes. If you drive there, it's like 10. In the event that there's any has any impact on the decision making.
We're burning nightlight here.
Is it safe to assume a tourist town would have an Uber?
Quite possibly. Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna pull up my Uber app, and how about this? How about this, Matt? We'll take the car if it's our only option, but I think we should finish looking it over, see if there's anything else we possibly could have missed, because Lord knows we were hired to be Scooby-Doo in all of this as well. And then if I can get an Uber, I think we should take an Uber just for the sake of staying on the DL. Okay?
All right.
So I pull up the Uber app. Is there anything nearby? Anything popping up? Anything pinging?
Yeah, but it's surge pricing. It's like 3 times normal price and probably about a 15-minute wait.
I'll pay it, and we can use that 15 minutes to look over the rest of the car.
Meanwhile, Benny is looking in the glove box, underneath the cars, patting down the seats.
There is nothing to be found in the car that would be unusual to find in your average Kindred's car. It might be a couple things that makes it more accessible for a Kindred that's going to be driving a long range.
Does it have a GPS?
Surprisingly, it does not. In the age of the Second Inquisition, maybe that's not so surprising, though, for a vampire not to have a tracking system in their car that can be monitored or hacked by the government.
Is there a thing with like a map that he might have written little notes on of locations to go to? Notepad, something where he might have written down.
There's a notepad. There's only thing written in it is Chicago Art Museum and a date. That was 4 nights ago.
It's a date night?
It says Chicago Art Museum and October 26th, 2020. The current date is October 30th, 2020.
Does it just say the date, or does it say who they were meeting?
Nope.
Can I?
Location, date, and that's it.
All right. I'm Benny is hold on. I'm gonna pull up my find it again.
While you're looking that up, can I try something unusual and maybe not so unorthodox?
Yes, you can.
Maggie's got a touchstone named Frankie, who's a local club promoter and influencer in the bar scene. Could she possibly call up Frankie and schmooze him and see if he heard anything about a party at the art museum of that date, or like anything interesting that could be like Instagram worthy?
Being from Chicago, you know that Chicago Art Museum is used as an Elysium.
That's...
And if you recall the information you were provided, the Chicago Art Museum is the Elysium that the courier had the incident with the Herald.
You are absolutely right. This is why we take notes during games, kids. So you don't forget these things. Thank you for the refresher, voice in the void.
Okay.
So we know with this information, that's the date that the vamp in question. Okay.
I have a question.
Okay.
In a similar vein to what Maggie did.
Mm-hmm.
Alan. Would I have Alan's phone number?
Yes.
All right. What time is it?
It's about 10 o'clock at night.
I'm gonna shoot a text to Alan real quick. It's like, hey, can I call you?
Okay. Just for the record, it is a Friday night, the night before Halloween.
Mm-hmm.
So he is going to text back. I mean, I'm getting ready for the bar. Like, what are you doing? Like, what?
I'm gonna call him.
Look, my Uber's gonna be here in like 20 minutes. What?
It-
We're heading out at the bar. What are you doing?
Alan, I have a question for you, buddy.
Okay. What?
So about what was the name of the museum again?
What museum?
The art
That was the Chicago Art Museum.
Chicago Art Museum thing. So 4 nights ago, at the do you know anything about what happened like 4 nights ago at the Chicago Art Museum?
As the storyteller, I'm going to ask you: are you asking a mortal about what happened at a Vampire Elysium?
Well, was it Elysium?
Yes.
Okay, I was just seeing if like maybe like there was some kind of event going on like that he would know about, not like kindred wise, just like was there like some kind of showcasing or something that a mortal would know about?
Nope.
All right.
Why would there be? No, why would there be something going on on a Tuesday night? What, that's a weird question.
All right then. Sorry,
Maggie,
buddy.
Maggie, your phone goes off. The Uber's waiting outside.
All right.
Hanging up.
Yes. I'll talk to you later. Hangs up. Like hangs up before he says all right. Sends a text to Marco and be like, do you know anything about the Chicago Art Museum 4 days ago?
Who are you texting?
Marco.
Yeah. Some couriers showed up and got into it with the Herald and took off.
All right.
Offhanded, we have options.
You, I don't know if you're still with us there. You broke up halfway through that. We may have lost Mateo. Oh, you're back. Yeah, so you broke up there. You broke up there. You had.
Did we ever actually? I could hear you. I just couldn't say anything. Did
I've
we
been
ever
there.
actually get a description of the person that we're looking for?
Probably, yeah. So, his name is Derek Hardy. He's thin, lanky, short, clean shaven. He's got like a little bit of acne, kind of around the jawline. Short, dark hair. Yeah. He's
just an after the fact.
Yeah, just fairly normal. He dressed in a way that would blend in most circumstances. All right.
Alright.
So you take the Uber. You get to the Phillips Manor. There's haunted houses. It's a haunted house, or at least for the purposes of it being Halloween in Sleepy Hollow, it's been converted into a haunted house.
Cool. Let's go in, see what's what. How scary this place is for us.
So it's more of a traditional haunted house, and not like the mega horror haunted houses that are shock and fright. This one has a bit of more of a historical tint to it, so it is very much pulling into the 1600s, 1700s style of what you would think of horror for the time. It's era appropriate, and today's standard it's not very scary. There are flashing strobe lights throughout. As you're walking through, a gentleman bumps into you, looks you over, and kind of just stares at the three of you for a moment.
The Uber driver does?
No, when you're in the haunted house.
Oh. Hi. So, we're here for the haunted house.
No, you're not.
All right, we're here for Derek.
Who's Derek?
Well, that's why we're asking you. We're here to see him. Isn't he here?
Who are you?
My name is Jeffrey C. Gent of the Chantry of the Five Boroughs.
Out of character, you said this is Jeffrey, the one that was Tremere?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Hello. Hello, sir. It's a pleasure to meet you, sir. I can only. We were sent by our the big guy in Chicago to come here and investigate.
We were sent here by Prince Jackson to investigate a certain Derek Hardy, the courier from that went over here, or went over to Chicago, and there was a little incident, and he went back this way, but we don't know where he went after that. We was told you might have some information.
There's no Derek Hardy in the tri-state area that I'm aware of. I'm not sure where he might have come from. I have heard missing kindred. The closest city to here that is Anarcheld is Hartford or Springfield. I don't know why he would come here. Bruja scum.
Fuck did you say?
I said Bruja scum.
Please.
Can I punch him?
No, I swear to God, I'm gonna get in the way. So, like, if somebody gets punched, it's me.
Okay, so we start the whole entire the fuck did you say sort of thing? And I start to push my way up to him and get shoved
and-
aside.
Yeah, it's like Benny just like kind of like gets in between them and like puts their hand on Mateo's chest. It's like, don't. Honey, vinegar. Did you hear of it?
So, I mean, you think you can make up for your clans just up and leaving? You think that despite his work in the reclaiming of New York, though the Tremere did hold Arshanry through the entire Sabbat occupation, that good work was not undone when Theo violated the traditions by killing Hardesat. And pulled out. Good riddance.
Maybe I should pull out your fucking spine.
Please do not. Benny, Mateo, I'm gonna ask you to please not talk to the closest thing we have to my own personal boss. Like that. Please.
I'm taking a break and I walk off for a minute.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm sorry, sir, for his temper. The Bruhai gets the best of him.
Mateo, as you walk off, if you could give me a wits and an awareness roll.
All right. It is 4 and it's 1.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 1. So that's 5. Okay. And that is 3 successes, an 8, 9, 10, and 10 is not my hunger die.
Okay. So he looks at you, Benny, and just like, well, I don't know what else to tell you.
Wait. Oh, sorry.
Finding someone who's lost in any area is going to be difficult. Do you happen to have a personal item of his?
I know where his car is. Do we have something like one of his something from his car, like the map or anything?
Did you take anything from the car with him?
You said he had a notepad with stuff on it, and that's
yeah.
when my internet died. So
okay.
Yeah,
Did you take that with you?
Probably.
If he had anything written on it, then yeah, anything that I would consider reasonably worthwhile.
Okay. He takes you and leads you into a room that is not part of the haunted house. It is no less creepy. There are various books within the library. These appear to be old spell books. As he brings you, there is a candle that he lights and takes out a ribbon, holding it above it. The ribbon catches fire, burns through to both ends, and goes out just before it reaches his hands. He looks up to the two of you, or the three of you. If he's in town, he hasn't gone anywhere in the past 24 hours. He's either stuck somewhere, he's not moving, or he's far enough away that this ritual doesn't work.
What's
Now,
the
if you'll-
distance on your ritual?
Sir.
Yeah, whatevs.
It is far enough.
Like that spell, is he a regent? Is that what he is?
You don't. He has not said what position he is,
All right.
and he has not claimed any titles other than being associated with the Chantry of the Five Boroughs.
Wait, what was his last name again?
Ghent.
Ghent. The ritual Mr. Ghent did here. If you, I ain't learned this one yet. But like Mateo, it can if you have somebody's personal item, it can track 24 hours.
Yeah, but how far? If he says he's not within range, what the hell's the range?
He's not in New Jersey. He's not on Long Island. Probably not Connecticut. He's really far away out there if he's in Massachusetts. He's not in Albany. He might be in Buffalo. But if he's up and moving, he ain't anywhere close.
Yeah, because what we understand happened, it's after their altercation, they found his car, by the lighthouse. He wasn't in it. They took it to Francesco's, and in his, there's a flyer for the haunted house, underneath his windshield wiper.
They plaster cars up and down the streets. Anything that's not parked in a driveway gets a flyer this time of year.
Yeah,
That's
so
not surprising.
yeah, so and so we're we Prince Tehran mentioned you anyway. So
I ain't seen him in what I'm doing here. I do have other locations to visit this night to stop in on. Sorry, I couldn't have been more help.
you were a great help, sir. I appreciate what you were able to do for us.
As helpful as I expected him to be.
I swear to God, Mateo.
All right. He gets up and walks out. What are y'all doing?
So, it went in and out a little bit, but basically he said he's not nearby.
Or he's not moving and hasn't moved in the past 24 hours.
Okay.
I mean, that could mean Torpor. He could be Torpor, wherever he is. That is such an interesting way for you to be paused, my dude. I'm just going to tell you right now, you are...
He wasn't paused. He was just.
Well, pause wasn't there. He was frozen.
That was weird. Okay, that's why somebody accidentally tried calling me.
All right.
On the internet, that's already not doing well.
So what are y'all doing at the moment?
Okay, so... Oh, before he goes, can you tell where I know you can tell where things is from, but pull out some of the dirt.
Oh, I have the dirt.
I got a jar of dirt. I know, I just wanted to say it. I got a jar of dirt. Where's this from?
The ground. This is. I mean.
I explained to him, that it was different than the dirt around.
I mean, anything more than 100 yards from the river is probably gonna match up to this.
Oh, incredibly helpful, Mr. Magic Man. I'm asking if you have some magical way to be able to tell where this dirt used to be.
You know, Mateo, he may be, Mr. Magic Man, and you again, would see, Benny's face be ugh, as he says it, as they say it, but, I'm mixed magic person, so please consider that when you speak. Me and him, same clan.
I don't know if you said something or if my internet just died or you were muted.
What was the last thing you heard?
I said mixed, me and him.
Okay. He might be Mr. Magic Man, but I'm mixed magic person. Me and him are the same clan. So think about that when you speak.
All right. So, Benny, do you have some magic that can tell where this was from? Because he just did a locating spell that you said you didn't know.
I'm just saying, you're kind of being disrespectful in the man's home.
I'm sorry for being disrespectful for the man who is disrespectful to me and my family.
So.
That's what Benny does.
Jeffrey is gone. He's sticking around in the room?
No. All right. So, considering what Gent just did, I'm going to text Marco again and say when I get back to town, I would love some more lessons.
Okay.
So I can learn that in the future. But doesn't help us now, in the future. So, okay. What do we want to do?
Out of character, we basically went through most of the leads, right? The only
Basically.
Really checked is the forest where the Lupin is.
Which we do not want to go. We do not want to go there.
There was the museum that was mentioned as well.
Another museum?
So, you were at the Philpers Manor. This is an old mansion that is from the 17th century. There is also a, and I am probably going to pronounce this, so anybody who is big fans of the Rockefeller family, I apologize. Keok. It is a former family home of the Rockefellers that has been turned into a museum. It is quite a bit away. You would need to drive or get an Uber to get there. And then there's also the old Dutch church, which you have not.
Yeah, you guys can go to that church. I'm completely out of that. Hell's to the no.
Okay, so let me think about this real quick. Which one will we have first?
Well, like I said, I am completely out on going to that church. You guys can have your fun. No, I have already failed. I'm done. There's no way for me to be going through there. I have already been damned eternally. You guys can have your fun with that.
You would literally have to pass the church to get to anything, just about anything else in.
All right, so let's go to the museum so we can all go. And afterwards, depending on what we may or may not find there, we'll go to the church. And you can stay outside and look out.
Hi, I'm good with this plan. Provided that we don't actually go to the church.
I'm just saying, it's not the next step. It's like if the next step doesn't pan out, we go there.
Step
So let's hope we find some.
gotcha.
So let's hope we find something where we're going. And Benny is going to pull out their phone and call that Uber, pay that money. Actually, like Benny's been like, as we were talking about this, has been like requesting the Uber.
Okay. The museum is closed, and the Uber driver is looking at you straight, like, why are you going to something that is closed? Like,
Our friends are meeting us here.
Like,
we just wanted you here so we could get dropped off. Thank you very much. We got our friends coming momentarily. Have a nice day, sir.
he drops you off outside of the property because he refuses to drive on and trespass.
Yeah, we understands.
I give him a good tip. I make sure that he gets, a good tip as well. So.
Okay. So.
What kind of security do they have there? Security systems.
You can't see any.
Okay. How's the building look overall then?
It looks like a huge mansion. The walkway to it is lined with very well kept bushes and shrubs, and immaculately designed. Half a dozen different statues on each way up. This looks like if someone was building a castle in the 1900s and had all the money in the world to build whatever the hell they wanted. And that's what it is. As you get to the building, it is immaculate architecture. Ivy going up in guided columns, all 3 floors to the roof. It is closed. There is no light.
A place so fancy, Maggie's finally speechless. All right. Well, there was a fence in front, or
There's a 6-foot tall gate that is closed.
just a lock on it, or is it?
Yeah.
Well, we don't really need to break this open. We can just get over the gates. Anybody need help?
Let's. So we're gonna have to hop the gate.
As you get up to the gate, a light comes on. And then along the gates, a series of lights are triggered.
Did you say lights? It went out for a second.
Yep, lights. Kind of like spotlights, shining, not full, like high-powered lights. These are more like motion sensor lights.
Okay. All right. So yeah, at best, this would happen anyway. At worst, somebody was expecting us. I say we assume expecting.
Yeah, it sounds like a plan, especially considering that, we spoke to the prince up here and they were talking about places for us to go. Makes sense, and she called ahead.
I don't mean in that regard. I mean the more seedy way.
Oh, you like an ambush?
Yeah.
This is a very bad ambush.
Oh, I agree. I'm just saying, just assume it's an ambush. That way, and treat it like someone's there to ambush us. So we're prepared. You know what I mean? Just assume somebody's trying to get the drop on us. That way, nobody does.
Okay, so how are you approaching the fence at this time?
I am going to look around and see if there is some place that we, like, a weak spot where we can just, slip in.
No.
Yeah.
The places where it's wrought iron bars, the bars are not wide enough for you to slip through. They're not high enough off the ground for you to slip under. And the rest of it is fairly solid stone. Very well crafted.
As an artist, I can appreciate the detail. As a person trying to, investigate a mystery, I hate this.
So, all the lights came on leading up to this, or us in the street right now.
Once you got a certain range to the gate, yep.
Is there a buzzer box or something? Call box?
Nope. There's a sign. It says closed, and it lists the hours.
And so I'm gonna say that we shouldn't go in the front since these. I don't know if this is motion sensor or if we just got spotted, but maybe we should just go around back, hop the fence, and come in that way.
That's what I was saying before.
Okay, well,
But absolutely, let's go.
when we get around the other side, I just put myself in the position that I was going. Oh, okay.
As you move around, about every 20 feet or so, another light comes on top of the fence.
Okay, so it's just the fence lights now. It's not all the way in.
So essentially, as you try to go around,
Mm-hmm.
every about 20 feet, a new one comes on top of those security lights.
Okay, but these all just look like they're motion sensor.
Yep, they look like a standard motion. I mean, you can, if you look at it, there's a little thing that you would see on a motion sensor light.
Oh, okay. Then.
And the internet claims Mateo once again.
No one bites the dust.
Can you hear me now?
Can't hear you now.
Good. So I was gonna say I'm just gonna put myself in that position for, put my hand down so that I can give them a jump up over the fence. Since out of the rest of the crew, I'm pretty sure I'm the most capable for that.
So were there where they're giving me a jump? Is it by the bars or by by the stone?
The stone wall would probably make more sense.
Yeah,
if
definitely
you
the stone wall.
Landing on stone would be more comfortable than landing on top of a wrought iron bar.
The least impaling method.
All right. So yeah, Benny will climb over.
As you get to the top, you see a golf cart approaching.
I climb back down. There's a golf cart. There's a golf cart.
You hear a voice on the other side. We're closed. Come back tomorrow during normal business hours.
But what if we don't want to come back during normal business hours? We have business tonight.
You can discuss that with the police if you don't leave.
It's just the one of them.
Just the one you can't
hear.
That you can hear, yes. And I will give you the knowledge that you were told that this is the Rockefeller estate. You can imagine that the Rockefeller's estate would have probably more than one guard.
Okay. I think. Could we state our character still has the ability to do things?
Could you state what?
Because as a Toreador, I know that they have dominate. Make them open the gate and pretend that nothing is wrong and
Well,
VIPs.
A dominate would require eye contact, which she does not have from the stone wall. And B, she does not have enough dominate to give such complex commands.
Okay.
Wait, like Maggie or
Maggie.
Yeah, Maggie.
I mean,
I just knew that they had the ability as part of their clan.
They actually don't have it as part of their clan, but that's a different story.
Oh, okay.
character
then.
And if you're thinking about it, Benny's ability works 5 minutes that have happened. It's not going to prevent things going forward.
So
Well, I might just get to solo this going high speed if nobody else has ideas.
I don't. The
police are on their way. I would suggest that you leave.
Yes, sir. And I will grab Mateo and Maggie, and we are going to go just head somewhere off. So, whoever's on the other side of the gate can successfully be like, yeah, we had someone here, but, they scared him off. Crazy kids, it's Halloween. So it'd be easier to get into that church.
Again, you guys had fun with that, not for mine eyes.
And like I said before,
Out of character, Mateo, the block has to be, it's not just seeing it. Someone has to present it and use it. Just seeing it across isn't going to fuck them up.
Okay, no, it was just because in the sheet it says mythic flaw, firmly raised Catholic, old lessons stuck in his head, firmly believes holy symbols are no longer for his eyes. So basically, in my mind, it's church.
Okay. Fine, yeah.
So, so like I said before, me and Maggie will do the actual investigating at the church. You just hang around and keep a lookout.
All right, I'm game for this. I said, though, I'm not going in there.
I just need you to walk the perimeter and keep an eye out.
Okay, so to keep this moving along, we'll say you have no problem getting another Uber to go back to where, almost where you were, to get to the Old Dutch Reformed Church. It's about midnight as you approach. The driver stops, lets you out. The fog and mist appear to be coming from behind the church. There is a large cemetery behind it, In addition to the church grounds, this was also the burial grounds. This is the home of Washington Irving's grave.
Now, a cemetery I can do. While they're going inside, I want to check out the cemetery.
As you approach, there's a scream coming from behind the church.
When Benny hears that, they go with Mateo to the screen.
And I'm just going to high speed until the point of getting around the corner to seeing them, at which point I'm going to slow down.
Yeah.
Okay. So, as you round the corner, there is a rider on a horse. The horseman is dressed similarly to a 1700s German conscripted soldier who had fought alongside the British during the Revolutionary days. His coat is midnight blue. It has a blood red collar, cuffs, and lapel in the belt. His boots are semi-pointed, and he is hard to make out much more physical characteristics in the dark. With one exception, there is no head on his shoulders, and his arm is raised with a spherical item that is glowing with what appears to be a green flame in his hand. And he turns, launching it at you as you come around the corner. Give me a roll of, well, are you attempting to dodge, first of all?
Yes.
Dexterity and athletics.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Celerity 2 means that I can have 2 extra actions at the expense of blood?
No. So
Okay.
in Vampire 5th Edition,
Okay.
celerity is no longer just an automatic extra action. In this case, what your second dot is, fleetness, allows you, by doing a rouse check, to add your celerity rating to any athletics roll, essentially. So if you would like to use that, you can do that to roll to
increase the roll.
Yep.
I think I'm good this time because I got 3 successes.
Okay.
I only have dexterity.
Okay.
No athletics.
Okay.
God, that's stealth though.
You're running around the corner, so you're not necessarily taking a stealthy approach to this.
That is 2 successes.
All right. And Maggie, all 3 of you have sufficient successes to get out of the way as the flaming item is hurled through the air, landing on the ground. Does not explode to the point that it is touching you to be any real threat or danger. As you approach, there is a woman in the darkness on the ground. Can't quite see who it is, but it's probably the person that was screaming. The horseman turns and goes back. Directs its attention back to her, drawing a large sword and moving in.
Benny will shout, "Lady, drop!"
She's already on the ground.
Yeah.
So you're gonna tell her to drop again?
If he's already on the ground. I was picturing her standing.
You said he's on a horse? Or no?
He is.
Okay. Is there any way that I would be able to either intimidate or scare the horse, or just plain shoot the horse to prevent it from coming closer to her and run away? Because I'm assuming this is magic evil horse now.
Do you have animalkin?
I do not have animalkin.
Okay. You are aware that being a vampire, animals freak out in your presence. They, without animalkin, they hit a fight or flight reaction in the presence of vampires. So there really would be much intimidation roll needed. You just need to run up to it.
Okay.
Benny will go with Mateo to there's one scary body, there's two. So just to really get that horse moving. Freaked out.
He moves in to take a swing, and as he prepares to dismount on the horse, it raises up on its hind legs. He manages to not fall and lands on his feet. His torso is now facing towards the two of you, sword in one hand, as another of those balls of flame materialize in the other.
Oh, crap. Lady, run! To the, what I think is human.
He throws this green flaming fireball at the woman. It hits her square in the chest. The flame rises. You notice, now that the light of this flaming ball has hit her, it's Prince Aaron. And the horseman moves towards you, sword raised.
Does the prince look dead or just hit?
She is hit. She is screaming and rolling around, trying to extinguish it.
Benny will run to the prince.
Yeah.
And attempt to assist.
Okay. So if you're going to run towards an open, or to a flame, and get close enough to be able to do any good, I am going to need a frenzy check.
All right.
So this is going to be your willpower plus 1/3 of your humanity, rounded down as the dice pool.
Okay. That's a lot better dice pool than I was about to roll. Okay. Okay. So my willpower plus my what?
1/3 of your humanity. So if your humanity is 7,
Yes.
then that's going to add 2 dice. So that's going to be 8 in total.
Okay. It's a lot better dice pool than I was about to roll. Thank you, sir. Okay. I got 3 10s, a 9, an 8.
You have sufficiently passed and are able to assist.
I am like it's not very like dignified, but I'm throwing like dirt on her to like smother the flames.
Okay.
Just trying to like just trying to put her out, best I can.
While they're trying to put out fire, I'm trying to take the attention off of them by... I'm going to try and stabby the magic thing that creates fire out of nowhere with a giant sword with the sword in its hand.
Stab. What weapon type of weapon are you using?
I like a switchblade.
Switchblade. Okay. So give me a dexterity and melee roll. And just so, as celerity does not work as it did in prior editions, neither does potence. Now, the ability of prowess that you have does give you the ability to do additional damage with your attacks if you rouse it to use it.
Okay.
Okay.
One.
Okay. That was your rouse. So it was 1. You get hungrier.
The rouse is just the one.
1 dice, yes.
So yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Roll for that is melee 2, makes a total of 5. Did you hear me?
No, I 5 dice.
2 successes.
2
8 and
successes. 8 and 9. Okay. You stab it. It does not appear to have slowed down from approaching it all, as it brings its arm down on you. And coming down butt of the blade first on top of your head. And it rolled really poorly. So you've taken 1 superficial damage.
All right. From where my knife was, is from where I stabbed it. Is there blood?
No.
Okay, darn.
I would. Does this particular graveyard have like a pond?
No.
Yeah, so yeah, I'm continuing like to throw dirt on the prince, to like put her out. Maybe I push her into like an open grave and like start throwing like that dirt onto her. Like apologizing the entire time.
Okay. There's no open grave to throw, but you managed to get her out. She pulls out a gun, takes a shot at it before running off, and she hits the thing pretty squarely. Doesn't seem to react, and she runs.
Okay, the prince is safe, and I think we figured out what happened to our poor Mr. Derek Hardy. Let's get the hell out of here. I don't want to take this thing to use.
Which way do y'all run?
The way the prince went.
Okay. So the three of you run after the prince. When you catch up to her, she is clawing open a mausoleum. You can literally hear the solid stone doors scratching against the ground as she is prying them open. And then she heads inside.
Does she notice that we're following?
Nope.
Let's follow.
Yeah.
Okay. It's fairly dark inside. Her eyes are glowing red. As and you can kind of follow, all you can really see inside, outside of what is dim moonlight coming in from the graveyard through the crack in the door, is her eyes moving around. A faint glow of the red. There are a couple of lanterns that are around the side. As you all pile into this, what are you doing?
Your Highness, what the hell was that thing?
That fucking asshole! There's got to be a switch in here somewhere to get down there. Her voice is panic. There's a path under. It's got to be. It's down here somewhere.
All right. Benny will feel around and like pull at things and like lift things to see if they can find the switch or whatever they're looking for.
Okay. You can almost hear the horseman's slow, methodic steps, as if with each one, the ground shakes a little bit, and the grass beneath his feet burn.
I take this moment to go and try and shut that door, and I will be the excess holding it in place while they search.
As you
all right.
shut the door, there is a click that you can hear as if a lock was, or a latch was lifted.
I point to where I hear it and I say, "Over there, I think I heard something."
So there's a wall there. It's the back wall. It's got an archway that is got a face kind of carved into the stone. That looks like almost an angelic being from the shoulders up.
Is this what we're looking for?
What are you talking about? Do any of you check out the...
Yeah, Betty will.
As you push it, it slides backwards on a hinge. There is a thin staircase of carved stone and tunneled dirt. There is a faint light coming from the bottom. You can't see how far down it is, as it's a circular curved stairway.
Found it.
Haran just goes right back past you, straight down.
Benny follows her.
Mateo
You will follow as
sooner
well?
at- yeah.
All right. As you can get to the bottom of the stairwell, there is a almost circular room, all carved out of dirt. This is the same dirt that was in the jar that you found. Lying staked almost in the middle of the room is Derek. Jeffrey is off to the side, peering over a book that has to have been 300 years old, if not more, mumbling and quietly repeating a phrase to himself in a language none of you speak.
So he's staked. Is he in torpor, Derek? Or is he just...
A state-pooped vampire is paralyzed, unable to move, but conscious.
Okay. If he's still just sitting there, how far is he to be able to just grab and pull the stake out?
It's not very far.
What's going on here, Your Highness?
I'm going to pull the stake out.
As you pull the stake out, there is a tremor felt within the room. Jeffrey breaks from his chanting, raving, and poring over the book, screaming at you. What have you done? You've destroyed us all. You've damned us all.
Okay, I didn't hear what he said.
Jeffrey's very angry with you as you pull the stake out. The room, if we can call it that, it is shaking. The earth is trembling around you.
See, you insult us Brujas, but you're the one who's a liar. You knew where he was this entire time. This was your more important meeting to attend to?
Whoa.
You fools, you've ruined us all. Dirt is starting to fall down from above
what do we gotta do? Do I need to stake him again? I'll stake him again.
You've ruined it all. There is a unhealthy glow starting to radiate from Jeffrey. His anger is almost visible. It has that same kind of green glow that the fireballs that the horsemen were throwing.
So can I now take this stake and stake Jeffrey?
Your Highness,
You may attempt to. The ground continues to shake all around you. Large chunks of dirt are now falling from above.
Your Highness, we need to get out of here.
While you were yelling at Kent, she's already gone.
Okay. Oh. What is going on here?
Derek is slowly coming to. Jeffrey appears to have materialized the fireball that the horseman was throwing.
Benny is running up the stairs.
Yeah, I didn't get to hear much after. Did you say I may attempt to? For the
Yes.
staking part? Okay.
You may attempt to stake him.
Yeah. I'm game for doing dumb things.
Okay. So you may want to rouse your blood.
Oh yeah.
Because without that, you don't have the possibility. So a stake in combat is 5 successes.
You said rousing is how many? It just will add 2. You said
This will add 2 to your
level?
strength. No, so if you rouse for prowess, that will give you your potence rounded down from a melee weapon. If you use that as a blood surge, that will give you 2 to your strength dice pool.
I would use it as a blood surge, so that I actually have 6 whole dice to try.
Okay.
And 7 on the rouse.
Okay. You do not get hungrier.
All right. This is me doing something. Why not? And 3 successes does not build that stake to the heart, though, does it?
I mean, you got a stake in his chest. It does not stop him. It doesn't get far enough in.
Yeah.
He's still able to come down with a now ball of flaming fire.
Yeah. As soon as Benny realized that the prince was gone, Benny ran after her.
Yep, I got you. So, despite how close you are, he just barely grazes you, Mateo. But it does burn, just as it passes your face, enough to do 1 aggravated damage. And I will need you to make a fear frenzy check. So that is your willpower +2.
Willpower +2? Okay.
Yes. To difficulty on this, as you've just been burned, is going to be rather high. You need 4
Okay.
successes.
4 successes? Okay.
Yep.
That is 1, 2, 3 successes. Damn.
So you take off. You're not completely lost to the frenzy. So you are, once you get up the stairs a little bit, you are able to calm down and continue forward. The mausoleum is still shaking, tremoring, bad. The steps as you move up them are cracking. Now in the reinforced area where Benny, Prince Heron, Maggie, and now Mateo is joining, the marble is cracking, breaking, and chunks are falling.
Run faster.
Open the door and get out when we get up there.
Exactly.
You edge open the door. You all rush out. There is just there, as you get outside, the building collapses. Very, very few feet away, you see what appear to be footprints burned into the grass. A large sword and a broken pumpkin. Derek did not make it out in time. And that is the end of our story.
Damn it, Derek. I unstaked you first for a reason. Oh, that was fun.
Well, it has been a pleasure telling the story to you listeners. We hope you enjoy what you saw and heard as much as we enjoyed performing it for you. Once again, players, if you want to go around, name, handle, character, where people can find you next.
Hi, my name is Ray Alexa. You can follow me at Twitter at RAChastaway. You can see it right here at the bottom. You can find me next on Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time over at Carrying Comfort Studios for the season finale of Comfort County High, a Monster Hearts actual play, where I play Kennedy, a werewolf. And then you can find me again on Saturday over on Vorpal Tales, playing a Over the Mountain Through the Woods, a Werewolf 20th Anniversary Edition live play, where I play Sage Lovat, a child of Gaia Thurge, where I play it with our very own storyteller here, Zach. And that's about it.
And since we do not have our internet lost Rebel Selkie here, I am Devin. You can find me online at Sort of Sullied. Next time you will see me Monday when we continue our game of They Came From Beyond the Grave. If anybody can still hear me.
And as the Rebel Selkie is having internet issues, I'm sure she would like you to know that she is going to be on Fallout tomorrow night, 9 p.m. Eastern on Vorpal Tales. I am Zachary Naldra, he, him, who bows to no prince, no baron, and denounces the Sabbat at Zach Rules on Twitter. You can catch me next Friday at 10:30 p.m. Eastern, 7:30 p.m. Pacific on the Bard's Playhouse in support of Jasper's Game Day, playing Vampire the Masquerade 5th Edition with a bunch of lovely celebrities. For more awesome adventures and terrifying tales with Vorpal Tales, outside of what has already been mentioned, Thursday we have a Alien Acid and Ice game, 9 p.m. Friday, Contagion Chronicles at 5 p.m. Eastern, with Ravenloft at 9 p.m. Eastern. We have Sinbarum Saturday at 4 p.m. Once again, the werewolf game from at 8 p.m. Sundays, Unknown Armies and Vampire the Masquerade at 4 and 9 respectively. And on Monday, as mentioned, They Came from Beyond the Grave. Tuesday, we also have a Chronicles of Darkness game at 5 p.m. Eastern, currently featuring Mage Awakening. And next week, I believe, we start Squeaks in the Deep game right here on Onyx Path Publishing. All of those wonderful shows you just heard about would not be possible without the help of our allies like Astral Tabletop, Onyx Path Publishing, Nate Mid for creating all of our custom character sheets in Astral, along with Patreon and Twitch and YouTube subscribers. Tonight's tales come to an end, but we hope you join us again for more awesome adventures and terrifying tales to be told. Until that time, stay safe, Kindred.